friends. Today we will learn about the some important concepts in resistors with respect to the concepts in before lectures. Okay, the topics covered in before lectures are as follows: constructional details of carbon wound potentiometer, construction details of wire wound potentiometers, specifications of carbon and wire wound potentiometers, applications of carbon and wire wound potentiometers, constructional details of light dependent resistors LDRs, specifications of light dependent resistor LDR, applications of light dependent resistor LDR, use of voltage dependent resistor VDR. These are the concepts which we learned in our previous classes. Today we will learn about the some important topics regarding the resistors. They are as follows. On completion of this class, you should be able to know about definitions of specific resistance and conductivity, and deduce the relation between R equal to rho L by A, and how to solve simple problems on above relation, the effects of temperature resistance, definition of temperature coefficient resistance, how to deduce the formula RT equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha naught T to find the resistance at any given temperature, and last but not the least, how to solve simple problems on above formula. These are the concepts which we learned today in our lecture today. Okay, first one is specific resistance or resistivity rho. We know that R equal to rho into L by A. If L equal to 1 meter, A equal to 1 square meter, then R equal to rho. By applying L equal to 1 and A equal to 1, we are getting R equal to rho. That is, resistance is equal to the specific resistance. Okay, it can be shown in the figure. Okay, let's have a glance on the figure. Next to that, hence the specific resistance of any material is the resistance offered by 1 meter length of wire of material having an area of cross section 1 square meter. Okay, here we have learned that the specific resistance of the material is defined as the resistance offered by 1 meter length of the wire of material having an area of cross section of 1 square meter. The resistance of the material having unit length and unit cross sectional area is known as its specific resistance or resistivity. Okay, specific resistance is also known as resistivity. It is defined as the material or the resistance offered by 1 meter length of wire of material having an area of cross section of 1 square meter. It is known as specific resistance of the material. See, for knowing a key concept of the specific resistance, here I have shown a figure. It reveals that if a cube of a material is considered, each side is 1 meter, the area of cross section is 1 square meter and length is 1 meter. Okay, here taking length, breadth and height of the cube as 1 meter, as well as the area of the cross section of the cube is also 1 square meter. Next, it is also defined as the resistance between the opposite faces of a meter cube of the material. Okay, another definition of specific resistance is the resistance between the opposite faces of the meter cube of that material. It is inferred that R equal to rho into L by A. See this, the diagram representation of the specific resistance. Here the all the sides of the cube is of 1 meter, as well as the area of cross section of the cube is 1 meter square. Okay, once again the other definition of specific resistance is the resistance between the opposite faces of a meter cube of that material is defined as the specific resistance of a material. Okay, the units of specific resistance or resistivity is ohm meter or ohm centimeter. Okay, the units of resistivity or specific resistance of a material is ohm meter or ohm centimeter. Next, definition of conductance. The conductance is generally defined as the reciprocal of resistance, which measures the inducement of current through it. Okay, it is defined as the item which measures the inducement of current through it. It is represented by the letter sigma or G. G equal to 1 by R. G equal to 1 by R. That is nothing but the reciprocal of the resistance. Conductance G equal to reciprocal of resistance. Its unit is mho or Siemens. Its unit is mho. It is the reverse of the ohm. That is nothing but the mho, or it is its unit is also Siemens. Okay. Next, conductivity. Define conductivity. It is the reciprocal of resistivity or specific resistance of any material. Okay. Conductivity is generally defined as the reciprocal of resistivity or specific resistance of any material. It is nothing but the conductivity of that material. We know that R equal to rho into L by A and G equal to 1 by R. So, by applying 1 by R, that is R value in G equal to 1 by R, we get G equal to A by rho into L. So, G equal to rho into A by L, where sigma is called conductivity. Sigma equal to 1 by rho. Okay, we are in the above equations, we change that 1 by rho equal to sigma. Generally sigma is named after conductivity. Units of conductivity is mho per meter or Siemens per meter. Okay, see, once again I am repeating the definition of conductivity, that is, it is the reciprocal of resistivity or specific resistance of any material. We know that R equal to rho into L by A, that is G equal to 1 by R. We are applying R value in G equal to 1 by R, so G equal to A by rho L, that equal to 1 by rho taken as separate and A by L as separate. We know that 1 by rho equal to sigma, that is nothing but the conductivity of the material. So G equal to rho sigma into A by L. Units of conductivity is mho per meter or Siemens per meter. Next, here I am discussing about the laws of resistance. Okay, these are the main laws for resistance with regards to the derivation of the resistance value R equal to rho into L by A. Okay, resistance of the conductor R is varies directly with length L and varies inversely with cross sectional area of the conductor A, depends upon the nature of the material, depends upon the temperature of the conductor T. Okay, factor 4 is assumed as constant. Simply, loss of resistance is used for the deduce the relation between R and rho, that is R equal to rho into L by A, that is for a specific length equal to 1 meter as well as the area of cross section 1 meter square, R equal to rho, that is resistance is equivalent to the specific resistance of the material. Simply we can deduce the loss of resistance, that is resistance of the conductor R is directly proportional to the length of the material and inversely proportional to the area of cross section of the conductor, that is A. Okay, despite of this we have other two assumption, that is depends upon the nature of the material as well as the depends upon the temperature of the conductor. Okay, so by summing these 4 points we get R proportional to L by A, that is equivalent to R equal to rho into L by A. For eliminating the proportionality constant we are taking rho. Here rho is taken as the proportionality constant, that is R equal to rho into L by A. For R the units is ohms, so R equal to rho into L by A ohms. Okay, here briefly I am explaining the laws of resistance. First law, resistance of a material or conductor is directly proportional to its length L. Mathematically, it is represented as R proportional to L. It is represented as first equation as we learned before, but here I am giving a brief explanation regarding the laws of resistance. For second law, here we have two wires of different lengths and different resistance. R1 is the resistance of first conductor and L1 is the length of the first conductor, and R2 is the resistance of second conductor, L2 is the length of the second conductor. The length is more, the resistance will also be more. From figure 1 we can judge that if L1 greater than L2 or L2 greater than L1, then R2 greater than R1, provided the cross sectional area is being same. We can reversely also we can write, that is L1 less than L2 and R1 less than R2, provided the cross sectional area being same. Next, from the figures we can understand that area cross section of first conductor is more than the resistance more than the second one, as well as the resistance will be less. The area of cross section of second conductor is less, then resistance becomes more. So A2 less than A1 and hence R2 greater than R1, provided length is constant. Here we are taking the length constant and area of cross section is different. So here area of cross section of first one is A1 and area of cross section of second one is A2. Length of first one is L and length of second one is L. So L equal to L and A2 less than A1, R2 greater than R1. If A1 greater than A2, R1 less than R2. Vice versa. Next, third law. Resistance R depends upon the nature of the material and the conductors made of different materials but of same dimensions, namely length and area of cross section. The resistance offered by them is different. Okay, it is the exemption one. Fourth law is also a exemption, that is the resistance depends upon the temperature of the material. The resistance offered by the material changes its temperature changes. Okay, it is the exemptional fourth law, but for remembrance purposes I have given the fourth law also. Okay, next, it again depends upon the material and the behavior changes from material to material. Some materials will show increase in resistance when their temperature is raised. The others will show a decrease in value of their resistance. Table 1 shows the effect of temperature on various materials. Table 1 shows the effect of temperatures on various materials. Okay, we will afterwards learn the temperature changes, but For our convenience, here I am informing about the laws of resistance only. Now combine all the four laws we get, that is combine the above two equations 1 and 2. We have R proportional to L by A, and we are taking out the proportionality constant, and we are giving that R equal to K into L by A. But we have a proportionality constant specific to the general proportionality constant, so we are taking R equal to rho into L by A, where K is called constant of proportionality, and here K is taken as rho, which is specific resistance or resistivity of the material. Rho depends upon the nature of the material. That's we can find out the resistance, laws of resistance with the help of a simple concept. Here I am showing different problems regarding the specific resistance. Problem 1. Determine the resistance of a 564 meter length of aluminum conductor whose rectangular cross section is 4 centimeter into 2 centimeter. Okay, take specific resistance of aluminum is 2.826 into 10 power minus 8 rho per rho meter. Okay, from the above problem we can deduce some data, that is given data equal to, that is length L equal to 564 meter. Next breadth B equal to 2 centimeter, that is 0.02 meters. We are converting centimeters into meters, so 2 centimeter equal to 0.02 meters. Now I am drawing a figure for the respective problem. I am taking a cube shaped structure, that is here sides are not equal in nature, but according to the given data I have drawn this figure. Let's have a glance on the figure, that is okay. Next, thickness T equal to 4 centimeter, that equal to 0.04 meter, converting centimeter equal to meter. Specific resistance rho equal to 2.826 into 10 power minus 8 rho meter. Cross sectional area A equal to B into T, that equal to 0.02 into 0.04, that equal to 0.0008 meter square. Okay, we know that R equal to rho into L by A, that is R equal to, here rho value is 2.826 into 10 power minus 8 into length of the given structure is L equal to 564 meters, and area of cross section A equal to 0.0008. By doing some computational, we get R equal to 0.01992 ohms. Okay. Second problem, find the resistance of 100 meters of copper wire 0.05 centimeter in diameter. Take the specific resistance of copper at 1.7 micro ohms centimeter. Okay, from the problem we have given data, that is length of the wire L equal to 100 meters and diameter of the wire D equal to 0.05 centimeter. We are converting into the meters, so 0.05 into 10 power minus 2 meters. Next solution, resistivity rho equal to 1.7 micro ohm centimeter, that is 1.7 into 10 power minus 6 ohm centimeter. We are converting that centimeter into meters, so 1.7 into 10 power minus 6 ohm meter. Area of cross section of the wire we want to find, that is A equal to pi into d square by 4, that is pi into, here already given the diameter of the wire, we are taking that value in this, then we get the value 1.963 into 10 power minus 7 meter square. Next, resistance of the wire R equal to rho into L by A, that equal 1.7 into 10 power minus 6 into 100 by 1.963 into 10 power minus 7, that equal to 8.658 ohms. Here resistance of the wire is 8.658 ohms. Next, I have given already two problems. The third problem, that is a copper wire of length 100 meter when connected cross section of supply 220 volts, draws of 5 amperes current. Calculate the diameter of the wire if its specific resistance is 1.7 into 10 power minus 6 ohm centimeters. Okay, by seeing the above problems, we have given data, that is length of the wire L equal to 100 meters, supply voltage V equal to 220 volts. Okay, here we have in the problem it is given that current I equal to 5 amperes, specific resistance rho equal to 1.7 into 10 power minus 4 ohm meter. By converting centimeter into meters, resistance from the ohms law we can deduce the value of resistance. So R equal to V by A, that is 220 by 5, that is R equal to 44 ohms. We already known that R equal to rho into L by A, that is area of cross section we want to find. So A equal to rho into L by R. By making changes in the R equal to rho into L by A, we get A equal to rho into L by R, that equal to 1.7 into 10 power minus 8 into 100 by 44, that is 3.91 into 10 power minus 8 meter square. We know that area cross section A equal to pi into d square by 4. Diameter of the wire D equal to root of 4A by 5. By substituting all the values, we get D equal to 0.2231 millimeters. Okay, here I have given so many problems. By taking or looking into that, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Now next topic is effect of temperature on resistance. The effect of temperature on resistance is different in different materials. The resistance of pure metals is like that of like aluminum and copper increases with increase in temperature. Next, it means that all metals exhibit positive temperature coefficient of resistance. Okay, the resistance of pure metals like aluminum and copper increases with increase in temperature. It means that all metals exhibits positive temperature coefficient of resistance. Next, in alloys, the increase in resistance will temperature is very small and is regular, because alloy have different types of metals, so its temperature coefficient is small and is irregular. The resistance of semiconductors and insulation decreases with increase in temperature. The insulators and semiconductors exhibit negative temperature coefficient. Most important point, that is the insulators and semiconductors exhibit negative temperature coefficient. Okay, here I have given a table for the representation of effect of temperature on resistance. Here already we learned that three types of materials, that is pure metals, electrolytes, insulators and semiconductors, and third one is alloys. Pure metals, the resistance of pure metals, that is example copper and aluminum, increases with increase in temperature. Hence these materials have positive temperature coefficient of resistance. It is represented by PTC. For electrolytes, insulators and semiconductors, the resistance decreases with increase in temperature. So these materials are having negative temperature coefficient of resistance, that is NTC. The resistance of alloys increase with rise in temperature but increase in very small and irregular in nature. Because of their combination of different types of metals, its increasing or decreasing is very small and irregular. Now we are having the definition of temperature coefficient of resistance, that is, it is defined as the change in resistance per ohm, original resistance per degree centigrade change in temperature. Okay, simply differences between the final temperature to the output temperature to the resistance of the material with respect to time is nothing but the temperature coefficient of resistance. The unit of temperature coefficient of resistance alpha is per degree Celsius. Therefore, alpha not equal to RT minus R0 by R0 is nothing but the alpha naught of the resistance, that is per degree Celsius. By rearranging the equation, we have RT equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha naught into T. Okay, simply we are taking denominator term to the numerator, that is alpha naught into R naught into T, that equal to RT minus R naught. By changing minus R naught to LHS, we get alpha naught plus alpha naught into R naught T plus R naught equal to RT. Now RT equal to, we are taking the common value, that is R naught into 1 plus alpha naught into T. Like all the metallic conductors having a resistance of R naught at 0 degree Celsius, it is heated to T degree Celsius. Let the resistance of T degree Celsius be RT. The change in resistance, that is RT minus R0, depends directly on first one, its initial resistance, second one, rise in temperature, third one, on the nature of the material of the conductor. Generally, the change in temperature of a substance, that is RT minus R naught, depends directly on three things. That is, first one, in its initial resistance, second one, rise in temperature, and third one, on the nature of the material of the conductor. Next, here we are deducing the relation that RT equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha naught into T. That is, consider a metallic conductor having resistance R naught at 0 degree Celsius. It is heated to T degree Celsius, then its resistance to be RT ohms. Increase in resistance, that is delta R equal to RT minus R naught. Now the change in resistance delta R depends upon three things, that is directly on its initial resistance and directly on its rise in temperature of the body, and third one, nature of the material of the conductor. These are the three changes in resistance which depends upon. Now delta R equal to alpha naught into R naught into T, that is RT minus R naught equal to alpha naught into R naught into T. Here we are taking delta R equal to RT minus R naught, that equal to alpha naught into R naught into T, where alpha naught equal to temperature coefficient of the material at 0 degree Celsius and R0 equal to initial temperature of the resistance. Next, RT equal to when temperature of the resistance is increased to T degree Celsius, it is nothing but the RT. RT equal to alpha naught into R naught into T plus R naught. That is RT equal to, we are taking out the R naught as common, that is R naught into 1 plus alpha naught into T. Next, problems on effect of resistance, that is a platinum coil has a resistance of 3.146 ohm at 40 degrees Celsius and 3.767 ohms at 100 degrees Celsius. Find the resistance at 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, solution. Here it is having two types of temperature, that is at T equal 40 degrees Celsius at and T equal to 100 degrees Celsius. At 40 degrees Celsius, R1 equal to R40, that equal to 3.416 ohm. At 100 degrees Celsius, that is RT equal to R100 equal to 3.76 ohm. We already know that RT equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha naught into T. We are taking it as first equation. Now we are adding the values of first initial temperature, that is 40 degrees Celsius, and final temperature 100 degrees Celsius. So R40 equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha naught into 40, that is R100 equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha naught into 100. Okay, now we are taking the R100 by R40, that is R naught into 1 plus 100 into alpha naught by R naught into 1 plus 40 into alpha naught, that is we are cutting off R naught which is both in numerator and denominator. So here we have that values of, that is R100 by R40 equal to 1 plus 100 alpha naught by 1 plus 40 alpha naught. By rearranging the terms, we get alpha naught equal to 0.00379 per degrees Celsius. By substituting the value of alpha naught in equation 1, we get R40 equal to R naught into 1 plus 0.00379 into 40. By doing other computational, that is R naught equal to 2.732 ohms. Second problem, the resistance of the conductor at 20 degrees Celsius is 3.150 ohms and at 100 degrees Celsius is 3.75 ohms. Calculate the temperature coefficient of resistance of the conductor and its resistance at 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, by viewing the above problem, we can deduce that at T equal 20 degrees Celsius, RT equal to R20 equal to 3.15 ohms. At T equal 100 degrees Celsius, RT equal to R100 equal to 3.75 ohms. We know that RT equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha naught into T, that is R20 equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha naught into 20. R100 equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha naught into 100. By rearranging the terms, we get alpha naught equal to 0.0025 per degree Celsius. Substituting value of alpha naught in equation 1, we get R20 equal to R naught into 1 plus 20 into 0.0025. That is, by rearranging terms, we get alpha naught R naught equal to 3 ohms and alpha naught equal to 0.0025 per degree Celsius. Next, problem 3. A copper coil has a resistance of 12.7 ohms at 18 degrees Celsius and 14 ohms at 50 degrees Celsius. Now find the temperature coefficient of resistance at 0 degrees Celsius and resistance of coil at 0 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now solution for the given problem is at T equal to 18 degrees Celsius and RT equal to R naught equal to 12.7 ohms and T equal to 50 degrees Celsius, RT equal to R50 equal to 14.3 ohms. We know that RT equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha naught into T. RT equal to, that is R18 equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha naught into 18, as well as it is taken as one equation, and R20 equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha naught into 50. It is taken as second equation. By rearranging the terms, we get R naught equal to 11.8 ohms and alpha naught equal to 4.23 into 10 power minus 3 degrees Celsius. Now for the problem, we have the solution as temperature coefficient at 0 degrees Celsius, that is alpha naught is 4.23 into 10 power minus 3 per degree Celsius, and resistance of the coil at 0 degree Celsius R naught is 11.8 ohms. Now we already discussed the definitions of resistance, resistivity, conductance, conductivity, and laws of resistance. Next, deduce the relation between R equal to rho into L by A as well as RT equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha naught into T, and temperature coefficient of resistance definition and problems on the effect of temperature on resistance. Let's have a quiz. The resistance of a conductor in terms of its physical dimensions is given by resistance R equal to, what is meant by resistance R equal to in terms of physical dimensions, given by R equal to A, L into A by rho, B, rho into L, C, rho L by A, D, none of this. By clearly observing this first question, we notice that resistance R equal to rho into L by A, that is C is the option for the first question. Next, what is the unit of specific resistance? Here given four options, that is A equal to ohm, B ampere, C ohm meter, D mho. Specific resistance unit is mho, MHO, that is answer for this question is D mho. Now another question, resistivity is also called as. Options are A specific resistance, B resistance, C conductivity, D all. Resistivity is also called as specific resistance. Answer for this question A equal to specific resistance. Next, the unit of specific resistance is A ohm per meter, B ohm meter, C mho, D none. The unit of specific resistance is mho, MHO. The unit of specific resistance is B. Answer B, ohm meter. Next, resistance at T degree Celsius when conductor is cooled from T degree Celsius to 0 degree Celsius is RT equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha naught into T, and B RT equal to R naught by 1 plus alpha naught into T, RT equal to R naught by 1 minus alpha naught into T, RT equal to R naught into 1 minus alpha naught into T. Here the answer for this question is RT equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha naught into T. A is the answer. The formula for finding out the alpha at different temperatures is A alpha naught temperature T for finding the temperatures, that is alpha naught by 1 plus alpha naught into T, B alpha naught by 1 minus alpha naught into T, C T by alpha naught into T minus 1, none of the above. Answer for this particular question is B alpha naught by 1 minus alpha naught into T. Next, what is the unit of conductance? Here options are A ohm, B ohm meter, C mho per meter, D mho. By observing this question, we know that unit of conduction is D mho. Next, alpha is dash coefficient of resistance. Options are A temperature, B voltage, C current, D all of the above. We clearly know that alpha is temperature coefficient of resistance. So option is A. This question answer is A temperature. Next, another question. Increase in resistance value depends upon the A initial resistance, B initial current, C initial voltage. Okay. For this particular answer, we have increase in resistance value depends upon the initial voltage of the substance, that is B is the answer. Another question. In this equation, R1 equal to R0 into 1 plus alpha t. What is meant by alpha? Okay, options are A equal to temperature coefficient, B voltage coefficient, C gain, D current gain. By observing this question, we can easily answer that option for this question is A, temperature coefficient. Answer is A, temperature coefficient. Another question, R0 is the options are A, resistance at 0 degree Celsius, B, resistance at 100 degree Celsius, C, 0 resistance, D, none. By observing this question, we can easily find that R0 is the resistance at 0 degrees Celsius. Next, which of the following parameters of the conductor depends on temperature? Options are A, resistance, B, length, C, cross-sectional area, D, all. By clearly observing this question, answer for this question is resistance, length and area of cross section. These three are the answers for the particular question. Next, a wire of resistance R has its length and area of cross section both doubled. Its resistance will become, that is A 4R, B 2R, C R, D R by 4. By observing the question, answer for this is 4R, A 4R. Last question. What is the temperature coefficient of resistance at any temperature T if we know temperature of coefficient at 0 degree Celsius? By clearly observing it, simply alpha T equal to alpha naught by 1 plus alpha naught into T. Okay, these are the quiz regarding the today's lecture. I hope you have enjoyed this session. Next topic is frequently asked questions, that is write the factors on which resistance value varies with temperature. Next, define temperature coefficient of resistance. Third one, a platinum coil has a resistance of 2.31 or 6 ohms at 30 degrees Celsius and 2.767 ohms at 100 degrees Celsius. Now find the resistance at 0 degree Celsius. Okay, fourth question. The resistance of the conductor at 10 degrees Celsius is 2.15 ohms and at 100 degrees Celsius is 3.95 ohms. Calculate the temperature coefficient of resistance of the conductor and its resistance at 0 degrees Celsius. Okay. Next, define specific resistance and conductivity of a material. Next question is, deduce the relation R equal to rho into L by A. Next, explain the effects of temperature coefficient or temperature on resistance. Next, define the temperature coefficient of resistance. Next one is, derive the formula for RT equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha naught into T to find the resistance at any given temperatures. One more question, a problem is given. It is found that the resistance of a coil wire increases from 40 ohms at 15 degrees Celsius to 50 ohms at 60 degrees Celsius. Calculate the resistance of temperature coefficient at 0 degrees Celsius of the conductor material. Here I have given the answer also, that is 1 by 165 degrees Celsius. Please find these three problems and make sure that do these problems and submit as assignment to my WhatsApp. Next question. An armature has a resistance of 0.25 ohms at 15 degrees Celsius and armature copper loss is to be limited to 600 watts with a temperature range of 55 degrees Celsius. If alpha naught for copper is equal to 0.0043 per degree Celsius, what is the maximum current that can be passed through the armature? I have given the answer for this also, 50.8 amperes. Okay, these are the 4 problems I have given as a assignment to you. Please go through it. If you have any difficulty in doing these problems, please do phone to me or WhatsApp me regarding the problems. Okay, I have given some more problems regarding the temperatures also. See, it is a typical question. The two resistors are connected in series across a supply. Their resistivities are in ratio of 65 is to 18, and the voltage drop across the former is 100 by 3% more than the drop across the later. The area of cross section is 1.25 times the area of the later. Find the ratio of lengths. It is a difficult problem which is obtained in EZ as well as the your exams also. Here given data is, let the resistivity of two resistance are represented by rho n and rho 2 respectively. Okay, rho 1 by rho 2 equal to 65 by 18. The voltage drop across the farmer be V1 and across the other be V2. Then V1 equal to 1.333 V2. As they are connected in series, the current through them will be same. So I into R1 equal to 1.33 into I into R2. R1 by R2 equal to 1.33. It is also given that area of cross section, that is A1 equal to 1.25 into A2, that is A1 by A2 equal to 1.25. With respect to the resistance also, R1 by R2 equal to 1.33 and A1 by A2 equal to 1.25. Now we know that R1 A1 by L1 equal to R2 A2 by L2 for rho 1 by rho 2. Rho 1 equal to R1 A1 by L1, rho 2 equal to R2 A2 by L2. We are making rho 1 by rho 2. So R1 A1 by L1 into L2 by R2 A2. Okay. Now by arranging these all these items, we get rho 1 by rho 2 equal to L2 by L1 into R1 by R2 into A1 by A2, or L1 by L2 equal to R1 by R2 into A1 by A2 into rho 2 by rho 1. Substituting the various known ratios in the above equations, we get this one, that is L1 by L2 equal to 1.33 into 1.25 into 18 by 65. By doing several computations, we get the length of the wires are in ratio of 23 is to 50. Okay, it is a typical question. Please go through it. It is simple, but it is having a typical concept. Okay, please go through these slides and have a glance on it. Okay, these are the important concepts which we learned today. What are the concepts which we learned today? That is definitions of resistance, resistivity, conductance, conductivity. Next, relation between the resistance and resistivity are equal to rho into L by A. Problems on this simple problems on the above relation, and effect of temperature on resistance, and definition on temperature coefficient of resistance, and derivation of the formula RT equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha naught into T, and a simple problems on the above formula, that is RT equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha naught into T. Today's lecture is a very important lecture. If you have any doubt in this lecture, please inform me. Thank you for hearing my lecture in calm and peaceful way. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you have any doubt, please do phone to me or WhatsApp me regarding anything. Okay, thank you for cooperation. Thank you very much.